Hi everyone, it's Phil here from Ashland Leather, and I'm really excited to show you a new layout on our Bugs Moran. And I also have a bunch of other wallets in the video today that we are shipping out today that I'm really excited to show you. All right, before we get into the color options that we'll be offering for this pre-sale, let's load up one of these vertical card slots. It's a little bit of a different card layout than our normal Bugs Moran. So we have these two card slots on the left, two on the right, but there's also hidden card slots underneath each of those. So let me load this one up for you to show how it works. So the way I like to carry this is I like to put 2, maybe 3 cards on each of these card slots. I think 2 is about the right number for this particular design. And then in the hidden card slot, this is where I like to put cash, and this makes it great for a minimalist. If you want to carry something in your front pocket, that cash fits in there very well, and you can just fold it in half, and you have a really nice form factor of a wallet to put in your front pocket. So the setup here that I have on the right, you can duplicate on the left, or instead of using cash, which is kind of hard to use cash right now with the COVID world we live in, you can just put more cards underneath each of these 2 stacks. And I have 5 different vertical card slot Bugs Morans here to show you. And we're going to be doing a little pre-sale on these. There will be a discount associated with that. But let's take a look at each of these individually, and starting off with this one first here, which is perhaps my favorite of the bunch. This is a raw denim shell Cordovan on the outside. You can see it has a little bit of a subtle luster, but nowhere near the amount of shine that a normal piece of shell Cordovan has. And what I love about the raw shells, including the raw denim that I have here, is the luster increases just naturally from wearing this in your pocket. So you will start to see this luster develop into a little bit more of a wet look. It gets really bright and shiny and polished smooth. And the color does deepen a little bit. So it does start off a nice aqua blue shade here, but it will get a little bit darker just naturally from wearing this one. Let's take a look at another vertical card slot Bugs Moran. This one is in my favorite non-shell leather right now. This is the English Tan Dublin. It's a really nice orangey tan shade, and I really like the way it looks on this vertical card slot Bugs Moran here. So we are able to make a few more of these, and I really love the natural character of the grain in this Dublin. Just take a look at all that natural character there. It's almost like a stained piece of wood, as opposed to most leathers in the world that are really heavily finished. They're really painted on, so you don't get to see any of that natural character. And here's another great blue piece. This is actually Cobalt Blue Dublin, which I brought back for this special event here with the vertical card slots. So the Cobalt Blue Dublin has an aqua blue undertone that you can see on the spine of this wallet. It's a little bit lighter, a little bit more of like an aqua color, and the surface color is a little bit darker. And I really like the combination of those 2 colors together. It's a really beautiful depth of color on this Cobalt Blue. And let me give you a look at the inside, because I love how this one turned out. And we have 2 additional colors available for this pre-sale. Here's another leather that we are bringing back for the vertical card slot bugs here. This is color number 8 Chromexcel. It's the color of the color 8 shell matched on the Chromexcel leather. So you get this really nice, smooth piece of Chromexcel on the outside. This particular piece is super rich and silky feeling on the outside. It's really, really nice and super flat and smooth and polished. This is what you want to see on the Chromexcel, is this really smooth, polished look. But we also have the very distinctive pull-up color that you can see on the spine here, and that pull-up effect with the dark surface color and a lighter undertone, that is what Chromexcel has become known for. So you get a really beautiful depth of color on the Chromexcel. And looking at the inside here, this is also a very nice piece of Chromexcel. We also finish the unintended side of the Chromexcel that you can see in the center of this wallet. So you can see that we've stained it to match the grain color right down the centerpiece. I think it gives it a little bit of a cleaner look. And here's number 5, the 5th option that we're doing a pre-sale on for the vertical card slots on the Bugs Moran. This is a raw natural shell Cordovan. I love the raw natural. I love all the raw shells just because I like patina. So if you're looking for something that's going to develop and change with your personal style, I think the raw natural will give you the most dramatic patina possible. It does start off a little bit more of a dull luster, and when it's worn in, it will get a lot brighter and shinier. The color will become darker and more golden brown. Let me give you a look at the inside, because we've done raw natural inside and out on this vertical card slot Bugs Moran. And I do have a couple of our standard, more traditional Bugs Moran that we're shipping out today. Let me show you this one here first so we can compare and contrast it versus the vertical card slots. So on the outside here, we have the Denim Blue Shell Cordovan. It's much brighter and shinier than the raw denim that we looked at earlier. So this would be a great chance to compare these two leathers. You can see the raw denim on the top here is a little bit more of a dull finish to it. It does have a nice little bit of a sheen, but again, it's nowhere near as bright and shiny as the regular polished denim shell cordovan. On the inside of this particular Bugs Moran, we have a reverse blue interior, and you can see how these card slots are oriented. It's just a little bit different than the vertical card slots that you can see on top here. I do have another denim blue shell cordovan Bugs Moran that we're shipping out. This one has been personalized though for MG, and I wanted to give you a look at what our monogramming looks like. We've put them on the outside bottom corners of each of our wallets. So on the Bugs Moran, you can see that right here. Let me give you a look at MG's reverse interior. This one turned out exceptional as well. We've got a couple different Horween ink stamps, which are kind of rare to see. And one step up here in size from the Bugs Moran, this is actually the Tony the Ant. And this Tony the Ant has a similar card layout on the inside as the Bugs Moran. We did include a little bit of an additional space in between the cards on the Tony the Ant to more easily accommodate cash in the back. And that's what we have here on the outside, is a cash slot that will hold US dollars, yen, and some taller euro notes do stick out a tiny bit about this far out of the thumb notch on the Tony the Ant. So if you're somebody that does not use US dollars, we do make a version of the Tony the Ant called the Tall Tony, where the bill slot on the outside extends all the way to the top. That might be a good option for you. And we have a lot more stuff to show you today. This one here, this looks to be cigar shell cordovan on a two-piece wash strap. And this one has a border stitch to it, which gives it a little bit of a different look. Usually we don't put any stitching on these, but we can do it by request. And I'm really happy with how this particular piece turned out. But I also have this piece here. And this is an extra thick belt weight piece of Horween Chromexcel. This is normally what we use on our Horween leather belts. And we've been having a lot of interest in a little bit of thicker straps from people. And I don't think it's easy to find extra thick unlined straps, which I like an unlined strap because you have less stuff to rub against your wrist. I really like how the Chromexcel, the Dublin that I'm wearing now, and the shell cordovan just wear naturally around your wrist. It just becomes molded to your body shape and becomes more and more comfortable over time. This is a really nice looking heavyweight Chromexcel strap. We also have a carbon fiber Chicago comb and this Color8 reverse shell cordovan comb sheath to go with it. Let me show you this carbon fiber comb. This is a product that I actually use personally. I really like the design of this Model 1 comb. I have a metal comb that I use, but they also make these carbon fiber combs, which are very nice. They're lightweight, but super strong, and they're quite inexpensive, especially when compared to the metal combs. So these combs are designed to fit right into these sheaths. So if you're planning to travel, it fits in sort of like this. I just throw it in a dop kit and I'm ready to go. And I have a 1-shot and a 2-shot to show you. This one first here is Color8 Marbled Shell Cordovan, and this is a really, really nice piece of marbled Color8. You can see the color ranges from sort of an orangey tan to a darker, more burgundy sort of oxblood color. And this one is designed as a minimalist style, just to hold a few cards to pop into your front pocket. But we also have the 2-shot, and the difference here, this one has 2 card slots in it. So you have 1 card slot on the front with a larger opening in the back here. It sort of works just like that. And then to give you a look at this guy, because this is reverse green shell cordovan. It's kind of like the reverse black, but it's a little bit more of a greenish shade, and those dye marks are a little bit more of a forest green color. Let's move on to some more traditional styles here. This is our Capone money clip, and Amir was remarking to me about how nice this particular piece of Color8 shell is, and he's absolutely right. It's really bright and shiny, has a great luster to it and a great depth of color. This one also has a really great feel, which obviously you can't see on video here, but part of the leather, the appreciation that I have for the leather is not just the look, but it's also the feel. So when you get one of these wallets in your hand, really notice just how nice and round and rich they feel. And here's the money clip that I've been using. This is an English Tan Dublin Capone money clip. This one has been personalized for GWW. GWW, thank you so much. You got a great Capone coming your way. And here's our best-selling item. This is the Johnny the Fox. Again, it's another more traditional style here. This one's in the black Dublin, which I find to be the best black leather around. It's the only black leather that I found that has any amount of natural character to it. But oftentimes, most black leathers are really heavily finished, so it starts to look a little bit more like paint than leather, and I just don't see the point in doing that. And we're gonna round it off here with 3 different Fat Herbies. Let's start here with this Amaretto Shell Cordovan Fat Herbie. The Amaretto shell is my favorite shell Cordovan color. It kind of reminds me of the English Tan Dublin, but take a look at this dramatic color shift that I've observed on all the shells, but the Amaretto for some reason has an extra dramatic one. It sort of ranges from a lighter, more orangey tan shade like you can see here, and sometimes it gets a little bit more red, a little bit more of a brown tone to it. I just find that range of color to be really exciting. Let me give you a look at the inside here. But we've got a nice Horween ink stamp in the center. You can really see how bright and shiny the luster is on this particular piece of shell. Here's another really nice Fat Herbie. The Chromexcel just has such a rich feel to it. It's really waxy and oily, just so nice to hold. And take a look at the random sort of natural character and these striations on the outside of this wallet. These appear textured, but it is very much flat and smooth. I love the look of this particular Fat Herbie. And again, this is the natural Chromexcel, which is the most popular Chromexcel color right now. I just think this is a really beautiful piece. And the last wallet here, this is another English Tan Dublin piece, and this one happens to be a little bit thinner. I actually kind of like them a little thinner. And the character, man, I kind of stunned myself by just looking at this piece. Take a look at all the natural character in this guy. You get highs and lows in colors. It has a really dramatic sort of bursty pull-up effect here, where the lighter tones coming from underneath are a little bit more light and yellow, where the surface is a little bit more orange and brown, and that is really nice. This one just has a great feel also, although on the Dublin it's more of a waxy feel, where on the Chromexcel it's a lot more rich and oily. So we got a lot of great stuff coming out and shipping out today. I want to go back to the vertical bugs. I'm going to have a hard time picking the stunner here, but it's going to have to be this raw denim. I'm going to have to go with the raw denim as the stunner of the day. It's a really beautiful blue shade, nice aqua blue. Starts off dull, and I can't wait to see how this one ages. And just to top it off, we also have that reverse interior, which is extra special. So Vertical Bugs Moran will be up on the site by the time you see this video. Thanks for checking it out. Hope you have a great weekend, and take care.